I'm gonna tell you the story of how I beat lust and my porn addiction, and most importantly, my sexting addiction. I had an addiction that nobody talks about, and I wanna kind of come clean and expose myself here, which is sexting. Is sexting with girls on the internet, which you don't even fucking know. So I would go on Reddit, which is this social media app. You probably know Reddit, which is like 60% porn. And I would just post like a sexy picture of me, of my physique, because, I have a very nice physique. I have been training for like a few years now. And a lot of girls will DM me first. So Reddit is a very common place to do like this sexting thing where you just exchange nudes with the other person, with a girl in this case. And the girls would DM me first. And you know what? I'm just gonna say it right away. I feel like sexting is way worse than porn itself, than watching porn, because you're attaching emotionally to these women in some way, and it is genuinely so distracting without even the benefits of having women in your life, because the women, you don't even fucking know them, and you're just like sharing videos and pictures with them, and it's really fucking awkward because you're just like talking dirty on the phone. You spend like 15 minutes recording a picture of yourself with your dick out, like in the best angle and stuff, and it's just so fucking weird. And I really got addicted to this because of the dopamine, because of the validation, because you see a lot of girls texting you, wanting to show you pictures of them naked and wanting to see you naked as well. So it really messes with your mind. Worse than fucking porn, in my opinion. So I completely got rid of those things, and I'm gonna tell you how I did it. The main thing, it was just getting rid of these apps. So I'm gonna tell you the way I do it, right? No bullshit. So I have an iPhone, by the way, and I also have this in my computer, so I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did. I downloaded this program, this and on this website, you can look it up on your computer. It's called Cold Turkey. So this program allowed me to get rid of every website that I didn't like, or that I was just getting too addicted to, like YouTube. Well, obviously not YouTube because I'm using it to record videos, but like Reddit or Instagram, or all of these social media apps that are really fucking distracting. And I also have a similar thing on my phone, which you don't have to even download anything if you have an iPhone. So here I have my iPhone. So look at my, oh shit, what is this? This is my lock screen, my wallpaper. It's just a quote from Marcus Aurelius from like Ryan Holiday's Daily Stoic shit or something. It is really cool. Anyways, so you can go on your phone if you have an iPhone, and you can just go into like the parental control settings, to like the screen time settings, and there you will find a bunch of options to limit the apps and to block them. Like it is a bit complicated to explain you how to fully do this. I'll probably make a separate video explaining how to do this. In short, you just gotta mess around with those options, and you will be able to successfully block any app that you want. So I can't physically uninstall Reddit, for example. So if I go on my phone and I look up, oops, the color just changed, sorry for that. If I look up App Store, for example, I don't have Reddit on my phone, but if I look up the App Store, it's not going to show up. So I don't even have the App Store available in my phone right now to download any app that I know for a fact is just getting me too distracted. Okay guys, we're back to the red color. Sorry for the romantic section there. So anyways, yeah, I did a lot of sexting, and it was very amusing for my dopamine receptors, because I was also really fucking lonely. And I was even sexting. I remember when I was 16, yeah, I was actually posting myself when I was 16. That's pretty messed up. And I got a message. Not even, I wasn't even sexting or anything at this age, really. I was just posting like a transformation physique when I was 16, and I got a message from this woman, because it is a woman who was at the time, she was 25, and she kind of sent me a DM, and she was telling me to share more pictures of me with her and stuff, and she was also sharing. So it was consensual, of course. I was very happy at the time. I was like, holy shit, how much dopamine, a girl fucking wants me. The gym is paying off for the women. So I did that, and it really messed up with the way that I look at these things, with the way that I look at women, the way that I look at porn. So I was like, okay, this is even healthier than porn, like in my coping brain. This is healthier than porn because, you know, it's less dopamine. Like, I'm not watching hyper stimulating stuff. I'm just looking at pictures and kind of low quality videos of these girls. But I just knew that these women were really bad for my health because they were not even fucking real. They were not even fucking real. And that is actually, I think, the worst part, the part that really fucks you up the most, that these women are not even real. And they were like extremely pretty and beautiful women, and they're not even real. You can't touch them. In the real world, you know, I was too shy to talk to women. That was really scary. I was very socially awkward. So that was like the easy solution to this problem. And of course, I was also very addicted to porn as well. And let me tell you, at this time, I was well aware of NoFap. I already knew that beating your meat or the act of watching porn was really fucking bad. And I was doing a lot of progress on it. I would say NoFap changed my life, or not NoFap itself, but, you know, discovering NoFap as a thing, discovering that NoFap exists, really changed my life for the best, because that helped me to discover another branches of self-improvement, like social skills, even business, eventually, once I get a little bit more advanced into doing this, which is really fucking cool. It's really fucking cool. And I hope you are already into this path with me. And even though, you know, you are very advanced and you're very deep into the self-improvement journey, you may still have this porn addiction. And let me tell you, it's not your fault. These things, and it's also like social media addiction is the same thing. Reddit, Instagram, these things are the same thing, if not worse than porn. For me personally, social media like Instagram Reels, specifically Instagram, it's not even Instagram itself, but Instagram Reels is even worse than porn. Which I also got rid of Instagram Reels, so let me tell you the quick solution. If you have Instagram, or if you keep just uninstalling it, and Instagram is like a big distraction, you spend hours and hours watching Reels and you really want to quit it, but it's like a fucking drug. First of all, you gotta uninstall every fucking memes account or whatever is getting you addicted. If you gotta unfollow these accounts if you're following any. But if the problem is the Reels section itself, you gotta go into your settings. There is a setting in Instagram. You can do it in your phone. You can do this in your computer. You can only do it in your phone. So you just go on the settings and you can actually reset your feed. You can reset the algorithm thing. So the videos that you see, the new videos, are boring as shit. And it's like, okay, my algorithm is just gone. Now, there's no point of watching this stupid, TikTok type of generic fucking videos because they're boring as hell. You know, the point of the addiction is that the algorithm was perfectly crafted for you. And this was the only... I'm actually so grateful that I discovered this, because that was the only way that I was actually able to quit. Because even uninstalling it and doing the blocking thing that I told you, even like the cold turkey on my computer and stuff, it was still so fucking hard to quit. It was so incredibly addicted, because I always just found a way of getting it back and downloading it back, and it was just so stimulating. It was actually so good. And I'm telling you this, like, Instagram Reels are so funny, are actually so addictive because they're really funny, and that is a problem. It being so stimulating is really a problem. So reset your feed. You won't have your funny reels anymore unless you, of course, spend a lot of time crafting your algorithm again, if you will, which I'm betting you wouldn't really do, because that is the little step, the little friction that you need, the little kind of push that you need to finally quit this bullshit app. And I still use Instagram for work. I still post on Instagram, but I don't consume it. And it's the best feeling in the world. You feel like a fucking monk. It's the same thing with YouTube. It's the same thing with these things. So let's recap. Use cold turkey in your computer in case you have to use your computer for something like I do. And you won't have these addictions anymore. You can just block the website. In your phone, you can use the screen time settings, and they work even better than in your computer. I don't know for Android users, to be honest. I don't know how that works, but I have a friend who has an Android phone, and he has the same screen time setting, so I guess you can find a way around it. But yeah, you gotta just increase the friction. And you might be asking, you might be thinking, okay, but these things don't really work. What about willpower? What about just resisting? Being strong, being stoic. these things don't fucking work for me. Personally, I tried it for years, and I was still addicted. With video games even, they were really addicted to me. So you can also block video games with this Cold Turkey app again, because they're super hyper stimulating. It's just not gonna work. And you can say, okay, willpower, I'm just gonna resist. I have the urges and I'm gonna resist them. Well, if that hasn't worked for you, why don't you try this? Why don't you block it fully like I did? Because again, I was like that. I was in that situation. I tried to resist. Nothing really worked for me. Nothing happened because my willpower is very shit. My demons are very strong. You know, I'm not religious. I'm not religious per se, but I think there are demons that exist and that somehow infiltrate your brain. And they feed on your low vibrational emotions or whatever, like lust, depression, or anger. These things, especially lust for me, has been a good one, has been a very prevalent one in my life since I was like 8 years old. I was starting to watch porn at 8 years old when I got my first smartphone. It was really fucked up. But anyways, I think there are demons that literally infiltrate your mind and possess you in some way. Because, you know, anytime, whenever I had the urges and whenever I was watching porn, all the time throughout me watching the porn, I knew that I was doing something bad, and it was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do. It's like my brain just gets divided. I have the fucking angel here on my right shoulder and the devil here on my left one, and I just don't want to do this. But it's like something is possessing me. I do believe that it's the fucking demon, because the moment that I ejaculate, guess what happens? The demon goes away. That fucker goes away, and I know he's gonna come back. I know he's gonna come back. And identifying that bastard, I think, is just important. So you don't get identified with him. So you don't think you are him or it, whatever the fucking demon. So you're not that demon. You don't identify with it. This is for the sake of keeping you sane. Again, you always have this fucker right next to you, telling you to do bad stuff, giving you these thoughts of evil, pure evil, things that you fucking know. You almost get surprised by how evil they are. Whoa, this thought that I just had is fucking heinous. Why did I get this thought? You didn't. The demon that you have, that you were born with, infiltrated your mind and literally gave you that thought. But that is not you. You are not your thoughts. That is part of being present. You get less of these fucking thoughts and you learn to detach from them. But I'm getting too rambly. Well, I actually think this is very related to what we're talking about, porn addiction and stuff, because yeah, my point is that you'll always have to deal with the urges. You'll always have to deal with that fucker that's always telling you to jack off, that's always telling you to eat the junk food, if that's your case, or that's always telling you to do the sexting. You know why I'm making this video? I'm making this video because tonight I was coming back from the gym. I have my gym clothes here, and on my way back, on my way home, I was thinking, I'm gonna download Reddit when I get home. I'm gonna download Reddit. I'm gonna bypass the fucking security that I have on my phone, and I'm gonna download Reddit, and I'm gonna take a sexy picture of me, and I'm going to do sexting with some random girl. I thought of doing that, and instead I'm doing this video because, you know, just to show, just to prove that this fucker never goes away. You'll have to deal with him forever until you tire something, until you achieve the enlightenment like the fucking Buddhist monks or something. But yeah, so I just wanted to jab a little about that. I hope this was helpful for some people that are going through the similar situation, especially with the sexting thing. I feel like this is something that really nobody fucking talks about. It's so hard to relate to it. But yeah, I guess it's fucked because porn addiction is so common. Like, I don't know what the percentage is of people that watch porn, that consume porn consistently. It's probably 80%. Probably more, like 85, 90% of men. 95? Who the fuck knows? But it's so common that, and for some reason it's also so, it's very taboo. It's a very weird thing to talk about. especially like with your friends, with your family. Like I have, look, I have the best friends who are also going through the same shit, who also learn or and are learning to overcome all of these bad habits. And I'm still struggling to talk to them about porn addiction, especially my porn addiction, my personal details. I was very lustful, and I did a lot of fucking stupid shit when I was lustful, and a lot of stuff that I really regret. One time, I grabbed a pillow on my, look, I don't have any pillows on my bed, because when I have a pillow on my bed, I will make a hole on the end of the pillow and I will fuck it. I will literally fuck my pillow. Like, of course, right now I'm not really gonna do that, but you know, that's the level of lust that I achieve. That my demon is telling me, of course. Like, we shouldn't feel bad, because this is not you again. I shouldn't feel bad because I want to fuck my pillow. This is just a stupid fucker telling me to do so. The same thing with you telling you to, I don't know, watch the porn or do the bad thing that you know you shouldn't be doing. But anyways, yeah, I really struggle to talk about this, so I made this channel because I wanted to just express this type of uncomfortable things that you feel, I feel, but we don't really have anyone to talk about this. So this is just a way of me to relieve that urge and for you to kind of, I guess, feel identified and relate to what I'm talking about on my video. So yeah, that was all for today's video. Take care. Goodbye.